Okay, yeah, welcome back to Final Fantasy 14. Stonenkopf is here, where we want to get the second letter of introduction to talk to Lord Drillemont, the doing there, so we can hopefully enter the Stone Vigil. Wonderful to see you again, Desiree. Is there anything I can do to repay you? Name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Helenat. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake Stone Vigil, House Durandance that has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillemont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Helenat have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us. And toward you now as well. And that is White Rim Front where we need to go. Okay, let's leave. Now, a bit weird here. Considering that this is such a fortress facility, why have they here an obvious weak point where I can simply climb over the wall? Huh. Anyway. The main entrance of this site. You desire an audience with Lord Drillemont, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. I have these letters of introduction. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Horschfond and Franzel, is it? Likely... Oh, you're serious. What to do? What to do? Yeah? Your timing could not have been worse, Traveler. Lord Drillemont's attention are focused solely on the Stone Vigil at present. That is where I want to go. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to, Sir Albos. Yes, Sir Albos can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. Sabrina bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he's mistaken. Lord Drillemont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head chirurgeon Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Is it? The Enterprise is indeed inside the Stone Vigil, and we must convince Lord Drillemont to cooperate. Are you here to visit a patient, madame? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Times and Helenat. With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Guillaime. He should know Lord Drillemont's current whereabouts. Yeah. Yeah. Guillaime? What reason have you for barging into... Ah, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Drillemont is just up these stairs. Let us all know, though I would not expect much. House Durandare as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. So good enough permitted your passage? Very well. Speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of a fury herself? We have a science of a seventh dawn, Lord Drillemont. You know our name and you know our deeds. Alvino, when you want to use your name and deeds, you need to have a proof of identity, which, frankly, we do not. We have come to Kurfas to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sidnan Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you are alive? But that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by the honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandar marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white in front but three mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and two scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandar would have greater sense. I know not why these three seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Didn't you tell me to find my ship and take it? Then let me take it. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this mama's farce. You three will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. It could be moons before House Durandar purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait this long. Said Desiree, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillemont's trust. Understood? Okay, people. Random quests for people to earn their trust. I get it. Adventurer business, typical. Come now. You didn't really think it would be that easy to earn Lord Drillemont's trust, did you? Even if you are who you claim to be, it would be reckless of him to believe your story without question. At the very least, you ought to show your support for House Durandar by calling feral crux in our stead. A simple gesture that would probably earn you the respect of Sir Clotarian, as he's always struggling to find men to attend to the task. Why not give it a try? You the last responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, what? Travels fast and right in front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillemont's mind? If there's one thing I learned about the man in my time here, is that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve a poor soul's decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking you could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. That wouldn't be a quality meal, it's true, but it'd be damn sight better than nothing. If you have a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danathan Pass? And take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Oh, it's you. Beg your pardon, miss, but I've heard whispers that you wish to prove yourself trustworthy to Lord Drillemont. Perhaps you can be of service to one another. I'm a humble herald of House Hellenard, you see, and I was to deliver a most important missive to Whitebrim Front. I was traveling along the road when a fearsome flurry of snow began to fall. As the curtains of white descended around me, a sudden gust of wind from the sea of clouds tore the parchment from my hands. I fell to my knees and groped blindly, however, hoping to recover it, but to no avail. It couldn't have been blown far from the road, but the wilds are treacherous and filled with terrors. I had no choice but to seek shelter here, and so I must ask you to recover the missive and deliver it to Lord Drillemont in my stead. First the Mud Puppy and the letter, because they're right here. Should be over there. As long as I'm not level 50, I'm a reasonably good healer, because most of my equipment has intelligence and mind on it. Later on that changes, and the summoner really... You can put the heal spell off your bar, really. It does nothing anymore. Remember, I did this with my other character, and I had, I don't know, a 500 point heal at 30,000 hit points or something like that. It was less than the self-regeneration doing, well. Outside of battle. Come on! Okay, and the feral crocs are remaining. They are over here, but I think I do it off screen. Okay, so... Circle Tyrian. A little bird tells me to sue some crocs in an effort to curry my favor. I'm afraid you have been had, miss. That young fellow merely sought to shirk his duties. Still, your heart was in the right place, and I cannot be denied that the people of Corvus are better off without these beasts. Very well, I will see that Lord Drillemont is made aware of your deeds. Do try to understand my lord's position, though. It is his responsibility to ensure that Whitebrim Front is prepared for every eventuality. Be it an endless blizzard or a Ravanian assault, you will not put our efforts to retake the Stone Vigil at risk without good cause, which you have yet to give. Stakes? It didn't work, did it? Aye, I thought it was an idiotic idea. It worked perfectly well. Oh dear, remind me to never wander near Mud Puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Anyway, this should only take a moment. I just need to do this, and voila. Never seen a man cook steak that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here. And above. You fellas, don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I had the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. You ought to at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Alon's blessing be upon you, my friend. Mud Puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Ever must be trained to maintain our skills at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance? How about a steak, good sir? You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, huh? But I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. My taking this steak to Senota? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Yeah. Beg your pardon, madame, but I'm busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. Here's something to eat for you. It's what... Come to think of it, it's been a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I eat the rest right away. And now the letters. Did I not make myself clear? Be gone from my sight, foreigner, or I shall have you removed. I'm just here to deliver a letter to you. A missive. Give me that. House for Toms and Helena hereby formally advise that all restriction on employing foreign sellswords be... These are not more than the ill-conceived notions of a hopeless romantic and a naive lordling. House Durandare would not even be in this position had not House Helena failed to hold the Stone Vigil. They would have us pit one horde against another? Nay, I say. We need only Ishgardian steel to cleanse the realm of these godless heathens. Lord Drillemont rejected our proposal, didn't he? I could hear him shouting even from here. Alas, he's not the only one to heap the stain upon House Helena. Ever since we lost the Steel and Stone Vigils, we have been at the mercy of the other high houses. We should be the ones fighting to reclaim the lost outpost. It is House Durandare that must pay the price for our failure. But how can I bear Lord Drillemont's harsh words back to Lord Franzel? Maybe I should remain here for the nonce. Okay. That's it. Might I have a word with you, Desiree? It concerns the chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lacked sufficient alembics for their needs, you see? So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 6 ice sprites. Though common use to reduce the temperatures of alchemic mixtures, there's a way to alter the properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Okay, ice sprites. Okay, I got one. Sit. Your course. What an amazing device, but is this truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it's as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Ware thee, the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a price. Their earnest efforts are but means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. Waited, what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francis' trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Seems almost like it, huh? Sit. Before we can persuade Lord Drillemont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaime that we are not his enemies. But just how we might go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Carthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whiteburn Front. Share your findings with Alvin on the square. I'm sure you can formulate a strategy from them. Hello? Inquisitor Guillaime? Yes, of course I know of him. Alas, I've not seen him since the day he came to Whiteburn Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day and had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of a city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later and was very bad, but I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillaime rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope that to one day repay his kindness. Inquisitor Guillaime, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we've learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you had hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Under Inquisitor Guillaime's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. The Holy See is decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of our Lone's will. We are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. Alvino, Why didn't you bring a change of clothes? I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I'd hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we have wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he's held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained. Maybe it will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaime's motivations. A little bit, no. Something troubles me about that Wounded Knight's account. He claims he felt chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we arrived in Whiteburn Front, I have seen no traveler arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of a city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jolo is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Maybe tracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Okay, East Gate. Yeah, this is a bit weird because here is rocks where you have to barely squeeze by. But why is there even a gate here is my question, huh? There's rocks here, and then there's a path that leads around the fortress to the northwestern gate. Down here? Down there? Dragon's corpse? Plasmoids? Something buried here? An Inquisitor's corpse. You look very similar to this Inquisitor. I don't know. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the content of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaime, newly come to Corvus and murdered on the day of his arrival. It would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly before he learns that his deception has been discovered. One step too quickly. Alvino again. Since Lord Drillemont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of... so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claims... Yes, maybe it's the only way left to us. Confront Sir Drillemont with the evidence you discovered, and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to hope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. Sir, I fear you have been deceived. The Inquisitor's imposter? That's preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that is all a lie? If you're so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Prunilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Sir Prunilla. You. I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray, move along and trouble me no more. Do you know something about the fake Inquisitor? And the murder of Inquisitor Guillaime? Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you tell me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it. Not at all. I doubt that. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Drillemont gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations flashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Drillemont and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. Then at last I agreed to his terms. The man came forward. His robes marked him as an Inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Drillemont to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Guillaime was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized while in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillemont, wanted to put an end to this madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Frenzel was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So I took several from the chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hellenat, thus exonerating Lord Frenzel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. Okay, when I can find the chest, I have... and the testimony of Sir Prunilla, I hope that will be enough proof against the Inquisitor. Present your findings to Drillemont. Why do you persist on this folly? I will not grant you free access to the Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. I have proof that the Inquisitor is an imposter. There had better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. Where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me. The Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Desiree. For that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell's take him and his Dravanian allies. I'm told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Off to Snowcloak. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drillemont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Yes. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Alona's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Alona. Inquisitor, release your mate and come with us. My Lord Drillemont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I'm at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murder of Inquisitor Guillaime and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure. Beyond redemption. Grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillemont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? Yuvo's hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillemont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Show the heretic no mercy, must pay for the innocent blood he has spilled. Ignorant swine! Soon you will know the futility of your faith. Not by a goddamned heretic. You see, heretic, you and your allies are no match for the might of Ishgard. How wrong you are, Ishgardian. I've been blessed with power far beyond your ken. Come, my brothers, grant me the strength to smite our enemies. Dragon's blood. I am reborn. Stand your ground, 'tis but an illusion. A dragon stands before you, yet you still do not flee. Your magics have no power over me, heretic. There's a wyvern. This time I can kill you, wyvern. I'm stuck. Another wormhound. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet lives. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the Stone Vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. Defiant to the last. Leave a body for the crows, his ilk deserves not better. Desiree, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I've not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front and bring your associates. And Crocs again. Anyway, this massive wall of frozen landscape is the Snowcloak. And yeah, I end the episode here, I think. And next time we continue with Final Fantasy XIV and probably go finally into the Stone Vigil. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.